Rachel Downey.
Emotional connection ultimately influences decisions. This isn't rocket science, but it's something that sometimes we need reminded of. We get too caught up in the attribution story or the quick conversion or going viral. Consistency over time is what ultimately builds that connection, and that connection creates trust. So I called Adam because I wanted to know how he thought about the role that content can play in the buyer's journey with one goal in mind. It's not top of funnel. It's not middle of the funnel. It's not conversion. It's building trust. Here's what he had to say.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message.
Content marketing is at its very core the ability to build awareness and trust. I have been in content marketing for 17 years, and I cannot tell you the time anyone has ever said that piece of content you created is the only reason that we went with your company. The reality is what you use content for is to help people push their prospects through the buyer journey. So it starts with building awareness and trust at the very top of that funnel. And that's where you're going to get blogs, videos, reports, case studies that explain broadly why people care about what you're doing and what your company does. And most importantly, the problems that you're solving for those companies. As they move further through the journey from awareness to what you guys do, to the problems that you're solving, to what you can actually do for them, and ultimately getting into the buyer's decision, what you're going to be doing is slightly different. So at the very top, building awareness and trust. And then as you move through the funnel, it's all about education and reducing friction. You want to be educating your prospects on, again, the problems you solve, but the specifics and the nuances that set you apart from your competitors. That is when you want to get into the specific nuances of your platform, of feature sets, things that people are saying make a difference when it comes to you versus your competitor. But the important thing you want to always have is data that's going to show it. The company I work for, we have 1 billion calls that have been completed on the Orum platform, and we use all the data that we can pull from those billion plus calls to tell people why our platform is better than others. The last aspect of content's relationship to the buyer's journey is actually when those buyers become customers, because the relationship doesn't end when a prospect becomes a customer. In fact, it's really just the beginning. And what I think content plays a huge role in there is expanding on the relationship and reducing friction from an onboarding standpoint, helping your CSMs by providing them explainer videos and white papers that answer things like, what is this new feature and how does it work? And creating these not only, upselling opportunities for your CSMs, but you're maintaining a relationship with your customers so that they're able to understand, okay, yes, we feel really good about this decision that we made. And we know that when renewal comes around, like, we have built this relationship, and content is a huge part of that, whether it's your newsletters or podcasts that you're creating, or again, reports, things that are going to continuously hammer home to your customers why they chose to be with you. All right, this is Adam, and it's been great to talk to your voicemail.
Thanks for listening. Want your podcast to do more? Subscribe to Genius Cuts, because it's never just a podcast. You can find it at shareyourgenius.com.